Now to the latest on the deadly earthquake in Haiti. Tropical Depression Grace caused flooding overnight in areas of Haiti already hit hard by Saturday's quake that has now killed more than 1,400 people. With the rain tapping rescues, efforts have resumed, digging through rubble, searching for anyone still trapped underneath. CBS News correspondent Vladmir Duthiers has the latest from Port-au-Prince.
In the hard-hit town of Lekai, these white tents serve as makeshift triage units for some of those injured in the wreckage. The agony of those being treated is painted on their faces. The small hospitals there can barely take in more patients. For those suffering the most serious injuries, a trip to bigger hospitals like Hôpital d'Adventiste d'Haïti in Port-au-Prince is necessary. Medical Director Scott Nelson has been working here since 2010's earthquake.
We have many people that are in the emergency room on the floor and outside for lack of more space. With earthquakes, every type of orthopedic injury is produced, and many of these are crush injuries, severe open fractures.
Dr. Nelson took us to the operating room as a patient was undergoing surgery.
Most of these patients have had walls fall on them, sometimes ceilings fall on them.
Inside the ward, it's a race to keep up with the massive influx of patients.
Just 3 days ago, this wing was under construction and it was empty. Now, there's not an empty bed in the entire ward.
She has a femur fracture here on the right side and another femur fracture on the left side.
Both of Carlin Bernard's femurs snapped in half as she tried to escape a crumbling market. Hers is just one of thousands of harrowing stories from Haitians suffering this tragedy.
She could feel the earth shaking and she started to run. And as she started to run, she was hit by falling debris. And there was a man that was next to her who died, who was crushed by that debris. And she says that God blessed her, she's alive.
Carlin Bernard will have 2 metal rods placed into her legs, and doctors tell us she'll be able to walk again after her surgery. Now, that's a much different outcome than many of us saw back in 2010, when crush victims often immediately faced amputation. Vladmir Duthiers, CBS News, Port-au-Prince, Haiti.